Good morning. How is everyone? I don't even dare to say it. How is everyone doing? Good morning. I hope you have a more or less great Sunday. We've had beautiful weather in Berlin, to be honest. We've had 18 degrees yesterday. Technically the first day of summer in Berlin on a Saturday. It was absolutely glorious. Everybody was outside. It was absolutely marvelous. We had beautiful weather on Friday as well. I think it's insane we have these kinds of temperatures in February in Berlin, but I mean, I'm not gonna complain. We'll take it as it is, right? So I hope everybody is enjoying their weekend as far as they can. I got some stuff done. I'm super excited. I got multiple stuffs done, to be honest. So first and foremost, I did my nails yesterday. New color, kind of a teal-ish holographic polish from Holotaco. Kind of happy about how they turned out. I don't like their old brushes. They used to have, at least on the holographic ones, they used to have small, very slim brushes, and I have very thick, very broad fingers, so it took me forever to apply the nail polish, which is terrible. They don't do that anymore on their most recent polishes, I think. Well, that's cool. I also started, man, so much grown-up stuff. I started doing the migration from the Google Suite to Proton, which is, man, why do I have so many services connected to Google? This is an unhealthy relationship. This is not good. This is not okay. So I started yesterday. I think I managed quite well. There's still probably lots of services that use my Google Mail. I use Takeout to basically download everything from Drive and Photos, move it to Proton. I still need to set up the VPN and the password manager, but there's only so much you could do on half a Saturday, right? But that felt good. That felt like very productive and grown up. So kudos to me. I also managed to level up my Astrologian yesterday to level 50, which is great because that's going to make leveling a lot easier, hopefully, especially through roulettes. So I'm going to try and push both Astrologian and White Mage to over level 70 so we can use them for Shadowbringers. And yeah, that's about it. That's the news. I mean, except for horrible world politics news, which we're just gonna ignore for the sake of having cozy Sunday video gaming streams, if that's all right. So, right, I did my nails, I did my job. I have a Cold Club Mate in front of me. We can go ahead and have a look at video games, I guess. Going on here? This is people being patted. This is nice. Right. So we tried this last time and we were running out of time. So I stopped the stream right there, but I think we can get right back into it and queue up for confronting Titania and the Dancing Plague. I know it's a trial. I'm a little confused about the purpose of the castle and whether the castle as location can be visited and viewed, but we'll check this out. So I think we could just queue up through give me a sec. Just queue up through the duty finder and then just make our way to the castle. See how long it takes. No, don't attack me. You don't want to be attacked. Man, I had some... When I was leveling Astrologian yesterday, I had two very different healer experiences, and I don't know how I feel about them. One was very lovely. It was I was going to say higher level dungeon. It was I think level 44, 48 dungeon with a very, I'd say, seasoned tank who was very deliberate about his pulls. And I think right before the last boss, he actually stopped and asked me, "Hey, do you want to do a really big pull?" And I said, "Yeah, let's go." And we managed to do a very, very solid wall-to-wall pull. With some solid healing, which he congratulated me on. And then we did the final boss, and everybody said thank you and logged off, and it was pretty awesome. It was a very, very, very lovely Final Fantasy duty finder experience, like the one I like having them. And right afterwards, I had a duty with on the lower levels. We were like level 20 something, I guess, and due to the fact that it was a low level duty, my healing capabilities were very limited. I didn't have any regens. I basically just had like 2 healing spells, 3, right? And still the tank was doing these big pulls, and he kept dying from these pulls, right? Me and the damage dealers still managed to wrap up these pulls and basically kill them all off, and I had to basically raise the tank afterwards like 2 or 3 times. But he didn't pivot. He didn't ask, "Hey, are my pulls too big?" He just jumped up right after the raise, ran into the next room, and started doing his next big pull, right? And then afterwards, one of the damage dealers asked me whether I was playing on controller, making me feel like it was my bad that the tank wiped multiple times, because of, I don't know, reduced reaction time, or I don't know, some, you know, delay in targeting or something like that, which wasn't the case. I just didn't have the healing capability at that lower level to actually mitigate the damage resulting from those wall-to-wall pulls, right? And it kind of made me wonder. So one thing, of course, was I should have said something. I should have told the tank first time he wiped, "Hey, buddy, I don't have the healing capabilities for that. Could you please do smaller pulls?" But I didn't, so that was on me. But it also made me think about how different these randomized duty finder experiences can be, right? Just back to back, I had one of the most amazing random parties there I ever had. It was super fun and very professional and just worked to a T. And the next one was just, it wasn't messy. I mean, right? The tank died 2 times, but we just raised them and continued. It was just not super awesome, right? So yeah, I don't know. I think two learnings from that. I think I'm having problems managing my targeting in dungeons. That's something I actually want to work on in the future. I think especially during pulls, I'm having a hard time, especially as a healer, and especially on low levels when I don't have AoE, to get all the monsters in my target list, right, in the enemy list, and that sucks a little. I don't know. I watched a couple of YouTube videos earlier today to see how to mitigate for that, and there are some good ideas. Usually I just use tab to cycle through enemy lists, and so basically nearest to farthest. And I think especially in pulls that's not ideal. That doesn't work as well as it could, right? So I will have to look into a way of actually cycling through enemies in a better way. I saw somebody saying that they put target cycling or enemy list cycling on the mouse wheel, which is an interesting idea, but I like having the camera zoom on the mouse wheel, and honestly, I don't know where else I would put it. And I feel like having the ability to adjust the camera on a whim feels very, very, very important as well. So I'll have to look into cycling through enemies in a better way. I've put enemy cycling on the mouse button 5 now. So basically I can use tab to cycle through from nearest to farthest enemy. And then once I have an enemy list, I could just use the mouse 5 button. Yeah, target cycling on the side button. So what I did is I put basically cycling through the enemy list on the side button, and have kept target cycling on tab, so I can tab through targets that are not on my list yet with tab, and then use the mouse button to cycle through enemy lists when I have them in dungeon pulls. Let's see how that goes. I hope that is an option. Damn, that takes so long today. What is going on? Nobody want to do trials on a Sunday morning? That I'm beginning to wonder whether when we last queued up Liron, it was not due to queuing up with a damage dealer that resulted in queue taking so long. As soon as I leave to do something else, it's gonna pop, right? We all know that. But you know what? We have the job quest here. We could at least hand this off and see if there's anything else to do, and then see whether the duty will pop in the meantime. Where's that? That is Musica Universalis Market. Go. And I find it absolutely baffling that I've been playing this game for 800 hours and I still haven't figured out all the mechanics. What is going on? Hey, dwarf buddy. Gulp, gulp, gulp. There ain't nothing like a flagon of ale after well-earned victory. Did you hit your head? That wasn't a well-earned victory. Oh yes, and hard. That beast gave me a trouncing. Really exceeded my expectations. As did you. Huh? Whatever you want to call what we just did, doing it helped us. Helped us understand each other, sure enough. I've seen that you're a masterful fighter, and you'll learn that I'm as fearless as a stone. And so a fellowship is forged. Okay, now the duty pops. Great, I love it. That always happens, right? I should know better. I should have known better than that. Anyway. If there's one way to make sure that you're queued up for a duty and it pops, is to start a cutscene. Like every single time I'm queued up for duty and I get bored and I start questing or doing something else, as soon as a cutscene triggers, the duty pops. Anyway, it is what it is. Oh, that looks gorgeous. Are you the one who broke the seal? Thank you. Oh, they're gorgeous. Look at them. I like the staff. I'd love to get that staff for a white mage. So much time lost, so much frolicking and feasting left undone. That is a beautiful staff, man. We must make up for it. We must, beginning by playing with you. All right, lady. Let's go. Which one of you buddies is tanking here, by the way? Shit. Okay, that was nice. I think we have an astrologian in there, so... should be doing fine, right? Okay.
When you play with fire.
Okay. That's some lovely music there. Why does the lady have so many HP? What is going on? I don't see anything. What was that? Twist and sprout. Okay. Ooh. Look at that. That's nasty stuff. Nice to get some mana back. What is going on here? Jeez Louise. There we go. Oh, buddy. That was unnecessary. The more the merrier. Jeez Louise, what's that? Okay. Is there... shenanigans. Look at that. Come on. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. What is happening now? Can you tell me what's happening? Okay. Ship. Ooh. Everybody doing all right still? Ooh, buddy, come on, let's go. Shh. Okay. Holy guacamole. What is going on here? Are we still having fun though? Is that fun? Ah, come on. We doing all right? Oh shit, that was dumb. Should have gotten in there. Did I manage? Yeah, that was okay. Come on. Ew, what is that? Ooh, okay. Nice. We doing this? Ah, shit. I just... Come on. Can we get him back up? In there. Broil. Let's refresh this one. I think we're doing it.
We can play no more.
There you go. Ah, gorgeous. Oh, that's a beautiful sword there. Can you see that? I love it when I see people's equipment. Kind of cool, and then I realize, oh, I have to be 10 million levels beyond what I am now in order to manage that. That was a nice trial. I like it.
You have freed our fallen king. Not that I expected any less, my Snayak. The dress, the crown, the scepter, the shoes. The time has come for these relics to serve their true purpose. For they are not only keys to the castle, they are also blessings to be bestowed upon the new king.
Who's the new king?
The way into the castle is opened when it is time to relieve the reigning monarch of the throne. And the brave soul who does the deed has the honor of taking their place.
Wait, what?
However, should you ascend the throne, you will become one of us, never again to live as men do.
Shouldn't we get
My
David Bowie to do that?
sapling, my precious mortal.
I don't want to become the fairy king.
We fae folk live forever, but such is not your virtue. To strive for a dream you will never see, to sow seeds that others might one day taste the fruits of your garden, that is the beauty of your kind. Burn bright and shine as only you can. These blessings, your lovely branch will accept in your stead.
You will become the new king? All right.
Kinla, Ilichla, Il Mheg, Okbra.
Titania is not a name, it's a title.
Now, shall we attend to those unwise enough to trespass in our realm?
I would love to.
Confound it. How did they get here so fast?
Damn these pixies and their tricks!
How in the seven hells?
He is one nasty monk.
Listen well. We come in pursuit of villains who have fled to this land. You know who and where they are. Now show yourselves and answer me before I lose my patience.
Oh, stop! It hurts! It hurts!
Really, man, you're gonna squeeze a fairy to death?
Enough! Lift the enchantment!
Minfilia, willful child. How many times must I come to collect you?
I won't return to your maw. And I won't let you hurt my friends.
What is this stance? Where did you learn it? No oracle I trained would make such an unseemly show of herself. Know your shame, gal. You're powerless. You have no life nor purpose, save that which our master sees fit to permit.
There you go, girl. Come on, teach him.
Who are you to dictate her purpose? To lock her away and deny her a life? If she was powerless, it's because of you, you sanctimonious swine. But no longer.
Fool! Defiance only begets more suffering. It is through acceptance alone that one may find solace in this god's-forsaken world.
Look, the sky.
He's done it. The warrior of darkness has triumphed.
That's us.
General? What are our orders? What do we do?
We do what we came to do. Subdue this rabble and find the warrior of darkness.
Forward, men! Take the villains captive! Are you deaf? I said...
Whoopsie.
What's happening?
You've been messing with fairies.
Water? That wasn't there before.
Creepy shit. I just love some creepy fairy shit. That's amazing. Gonna turn him into a creepy bush as well. Yeah, there you go, buddy. That's what happened.
Get a hold of yourselves, damn it! General, they come in greater numbers. We must retreat.
All who stand with a warrior of darkness shall face justice. My master demands it.
What are those? What are those flying steep next to her with the red glowing eyes? Are those just normal Morrow? Oh, they look like a Morrow. They just have red glowing eyes for some reason. Maybe they always do?
I see. Well, it's a good thing Feaul volunteered to become king in your stead, for all our sakes.
We are grateful for your timely aid, Feaul, or should I say, your majesty.
It was the first night in recent memory. We all of us but wished to make the most of it. That's something you must remember about us Fae folk. Though our existence may be eternal, we exist only for the present. We live in the here and now, paying no mind to futures that may or may not be. To wit, we are not driven as men are. We cannot fight for such causes as men do.
Does that mean you won't aid us against the Sin Eaters?
Not unless the mood takes us. But if it was to repay a debt, well then, that's another matter. To take back as much as is taken. To create as much as is destroyed. To give as much as is received. Such is the way of Il Mheg. By this law, we shall lend you our strength. In return for the beautiful sky you have restored to us. In times of need, do not hesitate to call.
I'll be sad to lose you. Well, technically we have... Where did my mouse go? Technically we have another fairy, right? But anyway.
Silly sapling. I shall remain at your side.
Oh, that's nice.
Even should my body be in the castle, 'tis a simple thing to have a little part of me accompany you. Treat them as you would your Isnefis.
I think they're going to make a great king. I think this is the end of our fairy storyline for now, right? Which, honestly, I'm a little sad about. Ne'er for a moment did I doubt that thou wouldst triumph over thy foe, yet the majesty of thine achievement delighteth me nonetheless. Night hath returned to Il Mheg, and we stand one step closer to delivering the first from its doom, and averting the 8th until calamity. 'Tis but a pity thou wert not present to see the Fae folk put the Yulmorans to flight. 'Twas a sight to raise the spirits, I do assure thee. But what valuable allies they might prove, were the mood only to take them. Here we go. Ether current attunement complete. Which also means we can fly around this place and fill up the rest of the map, honestly. This looks messy. Ooh! Thancred wishes to have a word with the hero of the hour. Is that me? Does he have a present for me? I knew you could do it. And not only because of your blessing. You have a strength all your own. And it has seen us through many a trial. With the warden defeated, I believe our work here is done. It is time we were going. Together, needless to say, to the bitter end. The fate of our two worlds being at stake and all that. Now then, I suggest we hurry back to the Crystarium. Much and more may have happened while we were frolicking here with the faithful. That Ranjit elected to pursue us makes me hopeful the city was spared Yulmo's attentions, but I would sooner see for myself. Besides, I believe I speak for all of us when I say that I've had a belly full of Il Mheg. Let us away before the fairies think to play with us again. Oh, come on, man. It wasn't that bad. Was very nice and all that. Wouldn't you say? As soon as we lifted the light situation and the night sky came back, it started raining as well. I'm not sure that's such a perfect deal, but anyway, I think we made that work. Here, why is there? Oh, this is the rest of Hand Mirror Lake. Nothing here, actually. There is over there, right? So we'll just quickly unlock the rest of the map and then move on to the Crystarium to continue with our story. Man, that was... I really like the fairy storyline. I think I'm a little sad to see us go, to be honest. So there seem to be 2 additional areas, I assume, right? Yeah. That just more water? Like it. That's the other side of the castle over there, right? There was, yeah, I saw that the other day, right? There was. There's something up here. I find it interesting that there is such a big part of the map that hasn't been unlocked as part of the MSQ. I always find that a little strange. That doesn't work mounted, right? Saint Ethric's Temple. But first and foremost, the question is always, is there something behind the waterfall, right? Doesn't also, I'm always disappointed when there is nothing behind the waterfall. So yeah, that was good. Very well. Yeah, I really need to level up the White Mage and the Astrologian so I can continue the rest of the Shadowbringers at some point with the other jobs, since we've already reached level 78. But that's a problem for another day or another week. Where are we supposed to? Oh, this is where the Scooby Gang is.
all seems well at the Crystarium.
Yes. Yulmore was plainly more concerned with finding us. How flattering.
Oh, there he is.
You certainly took your time. I had half resolved to complete the task myself.
And you are...
Were one to study the annals of Garlean history, one would find yonder visage on many a page. Though by rights its youth should long since have faded.
Well, well, we have a historian in our midst. That spares me a lengthy explanation. I am Solus Sos Galvus, founding father of the Garlean Empire, and under various guises, the architect of myriad other imperially inclined nations.
Imperially inclined nations.
As for my true identity...
Love that terminology. Oh.
I am Emmett Selk, Asian.
Gaius spoke of you, a native of the Source.
Equal in rank to La Habrea. And you came all this way just to introduce yourself to us?
Behold the sky, restored to its former glory. Have you ever seen a more affecting spectacle?
He's got a vibe.
Oh, it is truly, deeply infuriating. Do you have any idea how much you have delayed the rejoining? Following the flood, the First had been listing ever further towards the light, towards stasis. The end was in sight. Enter man and his indomitable spirit. He would haul the world back from the brink.
Yep.
And adding his lumpen weight to the power of growth, he duly tipped the scales, if only by a fraction. Yet a fraction was enough to spoil the perfect imbalance needed to bring about a rejoining. Had mankind continued to live in idleness under Vorthri's rule, all the conditions would have been met.
Oh, I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
But you had to come and ruin it all.
Yes.
Thanks to your meddling, light supremacy is in doubt, and our painstakingly laid plans are in tatters.
Well, I should begin by thanking you for confirming Urianger's theories on the inner workings of the Calamity. He will be most pleased. As for what happens next, might I suggest you admit defeat and walk away?
Happy to let me go, are you? Because the murderous glint in your eye suggests otherwise. Indeed, it is enough to make me think better of confronting you alone. Look, it did cross my mind to simply side with Vorthri and kill you all. But that's no different from what La Habrea did. And we all know how well that ended for him. And so, while it is liable to be troublesome, I have settled upon a different approach. Cooperation.
Ooh.
I will not raise a hand to hinder your hunt for the Lightwardens. If you desire it, I will even lend you my knowledge and strength.
Sneaky little
Since time
Asian.
immemorial, you and yours have labored to rejoin the 13 shards, at the cost of countless lives. Do you expect us to believe that your objective has suddenly changed?
Nay, our objective is the same as it ever was. Though I dare say, you do not know our motive. A war waged without knowledge of the enemy is no war. It is mere bloodletting. Just once, might we not seek to find common ground? For good or ill, I am immortal. Provided I have the inclination, I can always begin anew, scheme and conspire to my heart's content. But this time I thought that I might instead try to see eye to eye, to understand what drives the hero of the source, to determine if our goals are truly incompatible. So come, shed your preconceptions. See beyond the unscrupulous villains you take us for. When all is said and done, we may find ourselves pleasantly surprised. The proud discoverers of a path of cooperation rather than opposition. Think of it.
We friends now? Ooh.
Thou hast delivered thy proposal, and we would not dismiss it outright. If I may offer thee counsel, however, to make thy case via an illusion reflecteth poorly upon thy sincerity.
My apologies. You will forgive me if I'm not entirely at ease in the presence of a famed Ascian slayer. I felt it only prudent to take precautions. Nonetheless, your counsel is duly noted. I take my leave, friends. Rest assured, we shall meet again soon.
Oh yeah, sure, of course I can do that. Give me a second. Is it too low? Weird, I haven't changed it at all. Give me a second. Ah. I think I had turned the master audio down at some point while I was watching something and I forgot to turn it back up. It should be a little bit louder now. Should be better now, right? Well, we've certainly been given much to ponder, but first things first, we should report to the Exarch. You can run along, Daedalus. We're perfectly capable of handling this little task. In light of your recent exertions, I'd say you've earned a rest. Go on, take yourself off to bed. We'll see you later, refreshed and ready for more. Perfect, thanks. This is interesting. I would have guessed that we're going to speak with the Crystal Exarch, but we're not. We're actually going to bed to speak with our friend Albert again, right? Ooh. You will find refreshments laid out in your quarters. We hope they are to your liking. Interesting. A sandwich basket. Okay. did they cut the crust off? I hope the past few days have not been overly taxing. Please take your rest and recover. No, they clearly have not cut the crust off, but honestly...
From the Exarch, is it? With that mirror of his, he can watch your every move, you know. He'll probably think you're talking to yourself. Still, he's keeping you well fed. Judging by his people's faith in him, he seems to be a decent sort. But so much about him remains shrouded in mystery. Like, what was he doing back in my day? There was no such person when I was around. A lot's happened since the flood, though. Since I was set adrift. I know little more than you do of this city's history and the Exarch's past. Not that it matters. It's Emmett's Selk we should be concerned about. When our world was about to be consumed by light, the Ascian in white appeared before us. He said that the only way for us to live on was to bring about the rejoining. Desperate as we were, we heeded his words, not realizing that the flood was of the Ascian's own making. They cannot be trusted. None of them. But Emmett Selk had one thing right. One should not fight blindly. That's what we did. And it cost us everything we held dear.
Tell me about Seto.
What? What about Seto? What is there to say? All right. He's done some growing. When we were traveling together, he was nowhere near as big. And he obviously couldn't speak. I had no idea how much that medallion meant to him.
Oh yeah, the Amaro. Now I realize who Seto was. Damn.
What about you, anyway? You must have a friend like Seto. Chocobo, perhaps? Come on.
Definitely.
You tell me something for a change.
I have the most beautiful chocobo in the world, man. I love him. He's great. Does the chocobo have a name? No, it doesn't, right? You name your chocobo? Realpolitik. Oh God, really? That's the achievement I had to earn today? Realpolitik? Freaking hell's sake. Go away. Good morning to you, sir. I do hope you are well rested. The Exarch and your companions are presently gathered in the Ocular. He asks you to convene with them at your earliest convenience. I do not think so. Oh. Sponsored allies, Manic Pixie Dream Realm. I think at some point we need to take those up. But where's my? That's the Docile Gate, right next to the Ocular. You have business with the Crystal Exarch? Just say the word and I will be happy to escort you to your club. I do in fact have business with the Crystal Exarch. Just heard his voice recently in Bridgerton, by the way. Didn't expect him to make a comeback. Yeah, I didn't like that last season, to be honest. I don't know if any of you is watching, but
Oh, there you are.
We
You're
binged
just
it
in time
yesterday.
to welcome our guest.
A guest? Another guest? Or is it Emmett Selch? Oh no, it's just Emmett.
Please. Did I not explicitly tell you that we would be meeting again soon? Lest you forget, I made you a promise. I have no intention of meddling with your mission. I come only to observe. Your Exarch friend in particular has piqued my curiosity. Summoning you all like that. Most impressive.
You honestly expect us to believe you've come only to observe? Or that you might deign to lift a finger to aid our cause if called upon? Even if there were a sliver of truth in your words, I would never accept your help. Not in my darkest hour. Not after all the suffering your kind has wrought.
So petty. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. Wage your war against the Sin Eaters. Put each and every Lightwarden to the sword. Prove yourselves heroes, brave and true, and I will be glad to embrace you as allies. Allies worthy of bearing the burden of truth.
Okay.
Surely such a partnership would be preferable to yet another round of fisticuffs.
Yeah, but what about fisticuffs, though? I mean, you are very punchable, to be honest.
Did the olive branch wither and die? Pity. Well, let no man say I did not try, futile as it was. Though I suspect you will seek me out when you grow tired of making the same mistakes. Difficult decisions lie ahead of you. Decisions best made with the benefit of knowledge to which only the eternal are privy. For now, I shall resume my shadowy vigil. Whatever you choose to do, make sure it's worth watching, would you?
I'm trying my best here, buddy. I'm really trying my best. Come on.
What was that all about?
A vain attempt to make us doubt our chosen course, most like. As if we'd believe a word that passed his lips. Unless you think there is some truth in what he says.
I do think there is some truth in what he says.
If he simply meant to lead us astray, he could have done so without revealing himself. At least, not in the manner he did. It goes without saying that an alliance with the Ascians is out of the question. But since we have no way of knowing where they might be hiding, it seems only logical to press on with our mission, even if our enemy seems content for it to succeed.
Then let us discuss the Sin Eaters. I would begin by thanking you all for your efforts thus far. In striking down the Lightwardens of Lakeland and Il Mheg, you have accomplished more in your short time here than all of our forces managed in the last century.
That may be, but the Wardens of Calusia, Amareng, and Raktika remain.
Raktika, okay.
Indeed, and their precise whereabouts are as yet unknown. Which is why I propose we divide our forces and conduct a systematic survey of each region. Once we have found our quarry, we may then determine how best to proceed.
I'll take Amareng in that case. I know the lie of the land well enough.
If there are no objections, I will make for Calusia. I have connections there both in and around Yulmore that may prove useful.
Then I would ask that you journey to Raktika. There you will find Y'shtola. With her assistance, I doubt the Warden will evade your grasp for long.
Is Y'shtola the conjurer you and Urianger used to talk about?
That's right, though we haven't spoken much since you left for the forest.
I fear I may be to blame for that. I had every intention of relaying the news of your arrival, but she is disinclined to speak with me.
Well, that's interesting. Why would that be?
You have visited her, have you not? Might I trouble you to...
It would be no trouble.
My thanks. While you are all out in the field, I shall be here attending to business. I had somewhat fancifully contemplated joining the search myself, but other matters demand my attention.
What's that?
A missive from Lord Vorthry. He invites me to join him in Yulmore to discuss the recent conflict at Lida Loran.
More politics.
And? Did he even bother to offer any bait? It's obviously a trap.
Probably.
I should be surprised if it were not. Nevertheless, I must seize this opportunity to speak with him, even if only a few words are exchanged. Though my power will be much diminished so far from the tower, it is a risk I am willing to take. Master Alphinaud, might I impose upon you to accompany me to Yulmore prior to beginning your reconnaissance?
Of course.
That leaves us with
Then let us make ready. Safe travels to you all.
Minfilia, Urianger, and Tancred, right? Could be worse. Before you leave, I would make a request of you. There is a church, or rather the ruins of a church, at Fort Jal. Might I ask you that you go there before seeking out Y'shtola? It was a place where people once gathered to worship the light. Alas, it has long since fallen into disuse. Yet within that hall there remains a tablet whose writings, I believe, may prove of use to Y'shtola. At the very least, such a relic would make a suitable gift for your reunion. A most considerate proposal. Very well. Ere we depart to Raktika, we shall journey on to Fort Job, and we might secure this relic. Right. Check. I want to see what these two blue quests over there are. So I'm just gonna quickly bam to the pendants. See if we can pick those up, or whether they're irrelevant for now. Hello, Pink Pixie. Pink Pixie appears to be spying on some children. I'm just gonna leave that here for... And the other one is just the job quest, right? All right, we'll do those at some point. but I don't think we have to do them right now. Also, I googled what I need to do to get a an Amaro mount, and I'm a little disappointed, to be honest. This is gonna take a long time. Anyway, yeah, so I guess this is a goal for this year. Let's see if we can get an Amaro mount. Here, amidst these ruins, we will find the Church of the First Light, and within that hallowed hall, the tablet we seek. Time is of the essence, my friend. Let us be quick. Okay. At some point, I actually need to use these coffers. Just honestly, so many coffers here. Urianger appears lost in thought. At the height of Lakeland's prosperity, these sites serve not as man's final bastion, but as testament to his ingenuity and architectural prowess. The Church of the First Light was responsible for many such marvels, building majestic chapels in every corner of the realm. Alas, the flood, with its inexorable tides, would drown nigh everyone, and did all but put an end to the religion as whole. For the creatures which then did rise from that fulgent deluge were seen as agents of divine punishment, sent to devour sin and sinner both, whence came the name of Sin Eater. The people were lost, seemingly forsaken by their God. Yet, where there is light, there hath ever been shade, and was in the dark they saw solace. Most devout of these worshippers of shadow did then migrate to the Raktika Greatwood, but that is a tale for another time. For now, let us find what remaineth of the chapel here. Okay. There has to be a downstairs here somewhere. Oh yeah, there's a downstairs. I mean, technically there is a downstairs in everybody. Aye, this is indeed the church we seek. It is surprisingly intact. What little is left of the churches I've seen until now has always borne the scars of decades of disuse. Its subterranean construction have done much to protect the hall from the ravages of time, yet the reason for its remarkable preservation may be deduced from its decoration. As faith in the light did wane, so rose reverence for the dark, and its followers did want for places of worship. To be plain, the standards which do adorn these walls belong not to those who built them, but to worshippers of the dark, the knights blessed, who subsequently migrated to Raktika, yes? Indeed. It was beneath the shaded boughs of the Raktika Greatwood that they finally found sanctuary. Often, many times, did Yuma make spurious overtures of friendship onto them, but they are no fools. The Exarch knoweth full well that Ishtola in her seclusion doth labor to learn all she may of the blessed and their past. 'Tis why he sent us here. The tablet of which he spoke no doubt provideth a glimpse into the history that she so yearneth to comprehend. I hate reading Urianger. Well then, we'd better hurry up and find it. Thanks, Thancred. Thank you. Thanks for interrupting that guy. Search your surroundings for the tablet. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Okay. Dum 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 dum. Zoom zoom. It's a time-worn tablet. I have located the time-worn tablet. Oh, man. Within the altar, thou sayest? I'm sorry if I'm a little sarcastic today. Not escaped thine eye, it would seem. This is indeed the tablet we seek. Curious. These engravings predate the Knights Blessed. I'm not mistaken, they are written in the script of the ancient empire of Ronka, whose capital once stood in the midst of what is now Raktik. It will be no small matter to decipher them. A fine gift to our seeker of truth. It is plain the Exarch understandeth Y'shtola only too well. But come, let us quit this place and make ready for our journey onto the woods. Urianger is ready to leave, but not before first offering a piece of advice. Ere we depart, there is a custom of the Knights Blessed which I feel compelled to elucidate. As one might expect, they deem light to be abhorrent, and everything it touches befoul. Thus do they take the utmost pains to protect all they can from its taint, including their very names. To speak plain, it is the belief of the Blessed that one's own name must never be uttered in the light of the everlasting day. Yet this commandment precludeth not the use of another's. Thus do parents protect their children, and in rare cases masters their disciple. So it is that Y'shtola hath taken the name of Master Matoya. Lest we offend them, I bid you speak not her true name in the Blessed's presence. With that in mind, let us speak with the guard who keepeth vigil at the Great Wood's border. I love Matoya. Matoya is one of my favorite characters in Post Heaven's Word. Sorry, my brain just shortened out. I absolutely love the Disney vibes they went for there. Big fan of that. Just fly up here. Yup. Very good. Oh, no, little dragon. We're not gonna do that. No. We're just gonna talk to this guard. Well met, traveler. What business brings you here?
No matter how far he goes, man cannot resist looking back on the path he has walked. The untold stories and secrets of the past can be more alluring than the promise of tomorrow.
More mushroom.
And so he braves the forests of Raktika in search of mystery and wonder. Of Ronka, to which all seekers of hidden truths are inevitably drawn.
The Raktika Great Wood. Here we go.
We have arrived.
We did, in fact.
Vast though these woods may be, they are, by and large, uninhabitable. Not so the swamps of Cydia, however, whose sparse foliage permitted man a foothold.
You again, buddy. Man. Can't seem to get rid of you, do we?
No lands must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule.
Forgive me. A sudden pang of nostalgia for those halcyon days.
He's such an asshole.
Exploring virgin territories, subjugating primitive peoples, all for the glory of Garlemald.
If you've brought your ivory standard, I'll be happy to tell you where to stick it.
Can we not simply take a moment to enjoy the view together? Or would you rather I spied on you from the shadows?
I mean, that would prevent us from hearing your dialogue, right?
Much more of this, and I may very well begin to regret my show of good faith.
If you really want to stay, then help us fight.
You're gonna join the Scoobies?
No, I think not. I am an observer, nothing more. Even shielded by the shadows of these boughs, I feel the light's presence most keenly. To accompany you is taxing enough. To fight is out of the question.
I will suffer your company if I must, but not your commentary.
Honestly, I'm with Thancred on this one. I don't know. I know that a lot of people are big fans of Emmett Selch for one reason or the other, but I don't know, man. I guess I'm just not a big fan of edgy edgelord Garleans. I don't know. I mean, we have a lot of them, right? And I think I've made my peace with Gaius. I think Gaius seems to have an interesting arc, right? Not sure about God, I forgot his name. The Stormbringer guy with the long blonde hair, the one that died and then basically is inhabited by an Ascian as well right now. Let's see how that plays out. But yeah, I think they're a bit insufferable, right? As they're probably supposed to be. But yeah, let's see where this goes. His planar Ascian counterpart meaneth to follow wheresoever we lead. Well, were it otherwise, he would not suffer the overabundance of light in these woods. Verily, it pervadeth every corner. And so long as the Lightwarden remaineth, the Sin-Eaters shall be free to prey upon these lands without surcease. If naught is done, 'tis but a matter of time before the blessed succumb. 3 years past, a swarm of Sin-Eaters did lay waste unto their largest settlement, killing a great many of their priests in doing so. Though some few did survive, they knew not how to go on. Wayward souls in want of a guiding hand. For a mercy, Ishtola hath provided that which they sorely need. They have since endeavored to restore their home, and thither shall we bend our step to forthgo. Oh no, you're a... Oh, that's... That's nice. That's novel, I guess. No. doesn't... It doesn't look very safe.
I see little sign of recent activity, nor hath any meaningful progress been made with the reconstruction. Mayhap Y'shtola sought shelter elsewhere. Come, let us quit this place.
Now, surround them!
These Sin-Eaters, they're not like the others.
Because we're not Sin-Eaters.
There's a reason for that. Lower your weapons, please. We mean you no harm.
How is it they can speak?
It's a Sin-Eater trick. They mean to kill us all.
Kupo?
Perhaps they speak the truth.
Oh, for the love of... I had hoped that by accompanying you, we might come to understand one another. But all I have come to understand is that you have a knack for inflaming the natives. You've committed the cardinal sin of boring me. And so I retire to the shade.
Okay, he's funny sometimes. I can definitely agree on that. But man,
There! Did you see that one disappear?
that's gonna make it so much easier to argue with them. Ah, freaking hell. Come on, Y'shtola, save us.
Enough. Runar, report.
I mean, Matoya.
Master Matoya.
Oh yeah, I love that outfit.
We apprehended them as you ordered, but are you certain these are Sin-Eaters?
The intense light of the ether I saw was unmistakable. If not Sin-Eaters, then what?
The Warrior of
It is
Light?
passing queer that Y'shtola should mistake us for the enemy, is it not? Mayhap it hath been too long since last she beheld the radiance of thine ether.
The radiance of thine ether.
Master Matoya, hath time truly made strangers of us?
Nay, I recognize you, Urianger, Thancred. And this is Minfilia of the First, of whom you spoke before.
Just so. And knowing as thou must that we come in peace, might I prevail upon thee to have thy comrades lower their arms?
First explain this other presence in your company, the one I know not. There is but one manner of creature in this world whose ether is suffused with such an abundance of light.
Okay, do we not know each other, Y'shtola?
Mine apologies, Master Matoya, but thou art mistaken. Before thee standeth our dearest comrade, the truest hero among us. Though he is but recently arrived here in the First, not one but two Lightwardens have already perished by his most puissant hand.
Puissant?
It cannot be.
Master Matoya?
Lower your weapons. Forgive us this hostile welcome. Come. I would give you a proper introduction to Raktika and its people.
Yeah, that music is great. You have been busy since arriving in the first, I gather. But I would hear the tale of your travails in more suitable surroundings. With Port Gone yet to be rebuilt, the Knights Blessed have made their home in the settlement to the northeast. I will await you at its entrance. Follow the path through yonder gate and you will find me soon enough. Just a second here. Oh. That should be just somewhere here, right? Northwest. Ah, up there. Okay, how do we... What the hell? Ah, there. There's a ramp. Jesus. I can absolutely appreciate that everything in Shadowbringers seems to be purple coated. I really like that. So the overall color scheme is definitely on point. There you are. I was beginning to worry, much like the 12s would. This forest has a way of dealing with those who stray too far from the beaten path. But I digress. Let me show you the home of the Knights Blessed. Is it a cave? Oh, this looks like... The 90s, people were telling themselves stories about people having, about folks having raves in the underground catacombs of, I think, Paris, and I don't even know if that was just an urban legend or not, because this was pre-internet times, if you will, right? But I guess this is how I would imagine, right? Turn around. Oh no, it's not underground. Okay. What a complete waste of a cave entrance, to be honest. All right. Oh man.
Slitherbow is the largest of the blessed settlements.
Slitherbow?
They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself.
Darkness and Brassica.
It is a curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood. I hope you weren't expecting a grand feast by way of welcome. They are a simple people. Now, I would hear of your travels away from prying ears. Come. I see. And now you seek the Lightwarden of Raktika.
Indeed.
In the days after I arrived in the First, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own. My work eventually led me here to the forest, which I've come to know like the back of my hand. I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
Well, go on then.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the Empire of Ronka. A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya. Or rather, could be found, were the area not fiercely guarded. Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire. Any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force. They offer no warnings, and suffer no trespasser to escape.
And they're wearing double stilettos.
Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
Mayhap the Warden hideth there, full knowing none may approach it for fear of these protectors.
As for the tablet, I find the timing of its discovery suspiciously convenient. If I did not know better, I would think someone was trying to curry favor with me.
Who would do such an obvious thing, Ishtola? Come on.
Regardless, it will take time to decipher these writings. Yet I would not be at all surprised if they somehow held the key to entering Ixmaya unmolested. The Exarch has a nose for serendipity.
He does.
If there is aught I can do to assist thee in unraveling their secrets, thou needst only ask.
Thank you, Urianger. I may well take you up on that offer. While we set to work, might I suggest you take a tour of the city? Should you be in any doubt as to the importance of your role as the Warrior of Darkness, the people here will surely cure you of it.
I must say, Ishtola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
Lest you forget, Master Matoya and I dedicated our lives to uncovering the truth which hides at the heart of our world. Though separate, the fate of this reflection is nevertheless bound to that of our home. That I would be daunted by such an invaluable opportunity is absurd. But what of you, Thancred? Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
My struggles are none of your concern. Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
He understands that I'm not the same. That I'm not her.
Understands, perhaps, but does not accept. The question being whether he ever will. And whether you will, more importantly. As difficult as your circumstances may be, they are yours, not his. 'Tis you and you alone who bears ultimate responsibility for your life. But you need not make any hard choices now. Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
I am not indifferent to Thancred's troubles. Nevertheless, I will not apologize for holding him to a higher standard after all these years. He has ever been a man of considerable resolve, and that is what I will continue to expect. Though it heartens me to know that some of us remain ourselves in spite of our present circumstances. I can but imagine how Alice and Alphino have changed since arriving here in the first. Change is part of life. We can but hope it's changed for the better. That's nice. That's a good sentiment. You're right. And after my untoward remarks to Thancred, no doubt he thinks I changed for the worse. I will have to speak with him later. Right. Returning to the matter at hand, I really must begin work on deciphering on this tablet. In the meantime, please, you should take a look about Slitherbound. If there is anything you need, pray speak with Runar at the plaza. Okay. So this is arrival at our new location. As always, initiated with the holy ritual of attuning to the etherite, so as to not forget it. So there's no ether current nearby. Let's see what Runar has to offer here. Welcome, friend. Welcome. My apologies for our less than hospitable greeting earlier. Tell me, what is your name? From where do you hail? Oh, 2 questions I cannot answer, Runar. I'm sorry, man. I'm just from, wherever the Crystal Exarch is from. Oh, from the Crystarium, I see. And this tablet you've brought may help us find the Lightwarden here in Raktika. Well, you are welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Come, let me show you around. Would it be alright if I joined you? Of course, of course. Anything for the guests of our dear Master Matoya. Thank you. She means a great deal to the Knights Blessed, doesn't she? If not for her, we may have all perished in the great fire. With our priests slain and a home in ruins, we were at the mercy of the Sin Eaters. It was she who drove them back, and with her sage guidance, we were able to rebuild. Before long, she became a central figure to our community, a great oak within whose shadow many have come to find solace. That is not to say they were not those hesitant to grant an outsider such authority, myself included. Perhaps it is the smile in her eyes when she speaks of the sunless sea. I feel whole again now that she is with us, and I have no doubt the others feel the same. She is as much part of the Knights Blessed as any of us, and we are grateful for all she does in service to the dark. But you did not hear this from me, yes? Now, you should know there are certain customs we ask guests to adhere to so long as they reside within Slitherbound. To show reverence to the dark? In a word, yes, but fear not, it is not too involved. Let us begin with something simple. Follow me. I think I preferred the fairy doggos to the darkness worshippers, but you know, I mean, you win some, you lose some, right? So tell me about your customs, Runar. Could you see any of our people come to this chamber? They have likely returned from a journey beyond the borders of Raktika. We use the water stored here to cleanse ourselves of the light's impurity. A simple and perhaps peculiar custom, but it is one of most importance. Would you two kneel for just a moment that I might rid you of the light's impurity? As Runa lightly sprays you with water, your skin begins to tingle. Okay. And with that, you have been cleansed of the light's blighted touch. How do you feel? I'm not sure, to be honest. Not refreshed exactly, but I do feel different. Has this water been treated in some way? Only blessed by our priests. They are practiced in the arcane arts. As such, it is said that their prayers imbue the water with a faint, dark energy. A prickling sensation. No one has ever spoken of such a reaction before. I wouldn't say it was an unpleasant sensation, but I too felt something strange. The dark aspect of this water should have no discernible effect unless... By the gods! Master Matoya was right. You are sin-eaters. I jest. What you felt was likely no more than the chill of the water. Perhaps now would be a good time for you to acquaint yourselves with the people of Slitherbow. For that, I must teach you a customary greeting. Alin Tuta. In the language of Ronka, it is one of several ways one might say good evening. The word is not as safe as it once was, and this greeting lets us quickly discern friend from foe. Is there a handshake or gesture we should know too? I would hate to offend anyone. You need not worry. Merely speak the words, and they will know you as friends of the blessed. I will await your return here. Now go. They are like to be heartened by your knowledge of our ways. With the chat mode in say, enter Alin Tuta to greet the villagers of Slitherbow. I could do that. Let's talk to some villagers. Hello, blessed elder. Let me speak to you. The elderly woman smiles warmly. Okay, that wasn't much of a conversation, but I mean, Gotta get started somewhere, right? Bondia, what about you? Ah, a newly come traveler. Aline Chisi, and welcome to Slitherbound. You must forgive us if we seem strangely reserved. We are a quiet and taciturn, silent and serene as the sunless sea. The quiet makes it easy to discern the presence of eaters and other dangers here in the wood. Door is that this one here, right? And Aline Tutor to you as well. Welcome, friend. I take it you will remain in these woods for some time, yes? Be wary of these woods. You will find poison in near everything you see. But fear not. A medicinal tea will keep you healthy. Ask, and it is yours. Good to know. Always good to have some medicinal tea. Everyone was so kind and gracious. I was nervous at first, but I'm already starting to feel at home. There is still much I have to learn about the Knights Blessed, but their faith and strength of will is nothing short of inspiring. I can see now how they built such a thriving community. Oh. Whoopsie. Judging by the glint in Runar's eye, there is more for you to learn about Slitherbound. Ah, you are returned. Very good. No doubt they were glad of your company. It has been long since we have had visitors. Remember, if you have any questions or there is anything you need, not hesitate to ask. Speaking of which, we must arrange food and lodgings for you to stay. As friends of Master Matoya, we cannot ask for payment, but you would be willing to lend a hand? It would be my pleasure. We are fortunate indeed to play host to such generous souls. The task I have in mind is simple enough. All I ask is that you take a jug and water. Oh, take a jug and water the crops in the square. May I help too? Of course. One of you can do the filling and the other the watering. Speak with Ursabel when you have finished. She will be relieved to hear the crops have been tended. While you take care of that, I will see you to your room and a warm meal. Right then, I'll fill you water. So much excitement for watering the crops. Man, to be that easily excitable again. Okay, where are we going, Minfilia? This was the only jug I could find which was small enough to lift. I'm afraid there's a crack at the bottom. You'll need to hurry to the garden before all the water leaks out. What transporting entails. Certain duties require the transporting of items to designated locations. While carrying out such tasks, use of actions will be restricted and you will be granted the transporting status effect. You must be wary of attacks as they will sap your strength. Losing the transporting status. You will lose the transporting status when the effect duration expires or you change areas. In such cases, you may return to the starting location and begin anew. Lovely. Okay, you have 45 seconds to complete the activity. This brings me back to carrying dragon eggs through Monster Hunter. But yeah, I mean, you have watered half of the plot. Fetch another jug of water to take care of the rest. And good times. I'm still so infuriated that Monster Hunter Wilds is absolutely not running on my machine. And with the current situation in hardware prices, well, it's probably not realistic that I'll be buying new hardware in the next 6 months. Because, yeah, I don't think it makes sense. Maybe a new CPU, but everything from GPU, RAM, or anything like that will probably just be unaffordable. Man, that sucks. Well, my travelers, I observed you earlier speaking with the others. Have you need of something? You watered the crops. Ah, my apologies for not noticing sooner. I have been rather distracted of late. Watering the crops was always Todia's duty, but she's no longer with us. We have since taken to sharing the duty, though never with guests. You are most kind. Is there anything else we can do to help? We could plant something if you like. There's no need. The plot is small, it's true, but it provides us with enough to survive. We ask for no more. I don't know how you manage. Have the Blessed not considered leaving? Life would surely be easier almost anywhere else. I can understand why you might say that, but the easiest path is not always the right one. Tell me, do you know our history? How our faith came to be? Yes, I believe so. The Knights Blessed was initially formed by those who lost their homes in the wake of the flood. What began as an occasional gathering of survivors eventually grew into a community, which ultimately decided to strike out on its own in the Rocktika Greatwood. I see you have read your history, but there is a history that is told and one that is lived. Like so many in those times, the first of the Knights Blessed lost everything. Their homes, their loved ones, all they held dear. To make matters worse, none could say what became of the souls of those who lost to the flood when their bodies were reborn as sin-eaters. People were without answers, without hope, their gods having drowned along with everything else. It seemed that nothing was beyond the reach of the light. But soon they realized that where there is light, there must be darkness. And in that truth, they found new faith, a belief that the souls of the departed could yet find peace beyond the burning skies and the sunless sea above. That is why we pray, for the safe passage of wayward souls onto that blessed black abyss, for the return of the night, that we might someday look upon the kingdom of heaven with our own eyes. That is beautiful. Remain in these woods, for the self-same reason our founders first chose them, that we may lead lives of simplicity, with the shade of these trees as a constant reminder of our faith. With so many seeking paradise in Yulmore, it's refreshing to find people who value a humbler existence. You are kind to say so. Many consider the life foolish, and so it must seem to those who yet cling to their worldly positions. In times such as these, when everything can be taken away in an instant, it is all too easy to lose sight of why we fight to go on living. It is not to hold fast to material things, but to hold those who went before us in our hearts, to keep alive the legacy they have left us. This we must do for them, our children and generations yet unborn. To keep the legacy alive. Runa has more work to be done. Done tending to the crops already. Very good. It should not be long before your room is ready. Runa! Uh-oh. Danger music. In the woods, sin eaters. I fear they may have the touch. Where? In the grove to the southwest. For mercy, they've yet to wander any closer to Slitherbow. Then we have no need to engage. Inform the guard that no one is to set foot outside the village until they have moved on. But, sir, what of Talia's heartstone? It must be retrieved before the service. Of all the times for sin eaters to appear. You're going to leave them alone? Under normal circumstances, we would not hesitate in striking the beasts down, but if they indeed have the touch, I will not risk them corrupting one of our own. What was it you said about a stone? A few days past, Titania, a child of the Knights Blessed, was slain by the Sin Eaters. We succeeded in retrieving her body, but in our haste, we failed to notice her necklace was gone. Strung to it was a pendant of jade, her heartstone. All of the Knights Blessed are given such a stone at birth. It is the most valuable possession one can own. It's custom to present the heartstone of the deceased at their funeral as an offering to the heavens. But now, will we go and get it? What if I could find it for you? That is an exciting suggestion. I have experience fighting Sin Eaters, and the light's corruption does not touch me like it does others. Master Matoya called you Minfilia, did she not? Are you truly the Minfilia, descended from the Oracle? Even so, I dare not ask you to risk your life for the Blessed. I understand how you feel, but I can't stand by knowing that your people are in need and I can help. Please let me do this for you. Very well. But if the danger proves too great, you must retreat. I could never forgive myself if we were forced to hold a second serve. Nearly forgot about Thancred. What if he returns before I do? Don't worry, I'll come with you. Thank you. With you at my side, I'm certain we can deal with them in no time at all. Go swiftly, and may the shadows keep you both. Come on. So, let's... I would say let's do this, and then probably wrap this up for today. I have a tabletop role-playing session coming up at 3, and I think I need to prep just a little bit. Also grab some lunch. So I guess if we can wrap this up by 1:30, that would be good. Let's see how that goes. Also, I've realized now with the sunshine and spring coming up, we need to optimize the lighting situation here in this room a little bit more if we want to continue streaming during the day. It's not optimal, but I think we'll manage. Let's summon our trusty... Oh, our Chocobo has a name. See? I knew our Chocobo had a name. Technically, it's not the mount that has a name, but the Chocobo companion, but they're one and the same, right? I was hoping there would only be one. There's no way we can search for the stone without dealing with them first. Well then, let's do it. What? Shouldn't we make a plan first? Though there are only 2. I'll draw one of them away. You can deal with the other. Like this is a little bit of overkill for what's basically just one Sin Eater, but they're supposed to be dangerous. I get it. No more sin eating for you. Tree ants, a couple of bugs, and a dead sin eater back there. Look at you, Minfilia. Looks like Thancred taught you well. It's done, though I fear I was a bit careless. I'll do better next time, I promise. You needn't worry about me. More importantly, we'll have to find that hard stone. They said it was made of jade, right? I'll search over there in the brush. Brush? In the brush? Search in the bush. Oh, back there. All right. Come on. Okay, Helm Beetle. Not really sure what they would want to throw down with the Warrior of Light, but I mean, no trace of the Heartstone. What do you mean? Ugh. Ugh. Oh, back there. Titania, though. Oh, come on. Did you have any luck? I did in fact have luck. You know, Thancred always said you were a man of many talents, and I think I'm beginning to understand what he meant. I have much to learn if I'm even to be half the hero you are. The hero she was. I'm sorry, forget I said anything. We should hurry back to Slitherbound. Runa and the others are probably worried. Man. That is definitely going to cause some trauma to a kid, right? But I guess this is what you expect with all the prophecy and stuff. Oh, thank goodness you're safe. I had begun to fear them. Here you go. All that is dark. You found it. We can proceed with our service as planned. These blessed gems serve not only to protect us in life, but to guide our spirits onto the sunless sea in the hereafter. Even should we be felled by the Sin Eaters, so long as these gems are recovered, our souls are ensured peace in the dark. That's a nice notion. Anyways, folks, I think that's enough for today. I don't know, I think I was a little low energy today. Hope you didn't mind. A little scatterbrained, but been a long week. It's been a stressful week, and I really enjoyed playing some video games with y'all, so that's super nice. Yeah. I will be taking, just as a heads up, I will be taking an extended leave in March. Probably starting from the 16th of March until after the Easter holidays, which is I think the 4th or something, 5th or something of April. So I'm not sure I will be able to stream as I will be traveling. I think we have another 2 Sundays until then, which I'll definitely schedule up. And then, yeah, we'll take an extended break until after the Easter holidays, and then probably come back. I will try to keep these schedules. I will try to level up Astrologian in the meantime, so we can have some other jobs to swap in for the MSQ. I will probably have a look at all the blue quests that are still available in the region and in the Crystarium and see what they do. See if they unlock anything. But I will probably keep this time slot here for the MSQ. Thanks for watching. Leron, thanks for keeping me company in the stream, even though you wanted to go to Vabali. I really appreciate that. And have a beautiful Sunday, everybody. If you're in Berlin, maybe go out, enjoy the sun, grab something to eat, get some fresh air, and stay safe, everybody. Take care, be nice to each other, and see you next week. I really appreciate your company. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.